Hello everyone, welcome to Yuka's Shonto channel, but this is a podcast. Welcome. The people who doesn't know my channel or new to my channel or not regularly listening my channel, I want to explain a little bit about this channel. So I started this podcast months ago, was it? 2 months ago. With my friend who always helping my YouTube stuff. So my friend Jeff.
Hey, how's it going?
And so the concept is like we randomly talk about the topic which related North American culture and Japanese culture. Like we talk about difference, similarity. And Jeff is he grown up in Vancouver entire his life, and so from the Canadian perspective or whatever, or he's Chinese, but anyway, so like different point of view, he can ask question for me, or I can ask some question to him, and then we can like discuss. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's a pretty good intro. How about you, Yuka? Where are you from?
Really? This is like a second. Really? Okay, I'm from Japan, Fukuoka. I live in Canada for over 3 years, but not like 3 years continuously. It's more like I'm coming back and forth. This is like a big excuse for me that I don't speak English, but it's just an excuse because these days there's so many YouTubers speak super nice English and they're saying, I only stay in Canada like 1 year. Or I never study NAMPRO, so. Okay.
Cool. So today let's just jump right into what?
Let me talk about this. I hate, I didn't know, I misunderstood because recently I had a job interview, right? And then on the phone they said like, okay, Yuka, please like a little bit introduce about yourself, or yeah, it's like a could you introduce about yourself, or could little bit talk about yourself? And I don't like that question, but in the beginning I didn't know, right? So I was like, okay, I'm Japanese, I'm studying like this school, and like what's my major and why I had an interest, or why I'm in Vancouver. But when I ask advice for those like interview questions to Justin, which is my friend working for the Air Canada, he said like, oh, I hate those questions, but it's like you can say like, oh, like I can work efficiently, I'm like a quick learner, I'm like, so it's like more like the saying about your skill, or it's like a little bit talk about yourself, like what are you gonna talk about? You know, like I didn't know. Then Justin said, like, probably when the company asks you about like those questions, let me introduce. Could you like talk about yourself?
Yeah.
And then what company you want to hear is like, as a work perspective. It's not like where are you from, or how old are you, or whatever.
Yeah, because it's so open-ended. How I normally interpret that is depending on what job you're applying for. You kind of go back in terms of at least your education history a little bit, and then maybe whatever work experience you had that leads into whatever job you're applying for.
That's really a difficult question, right? Because I don't know how much time I get.
Yeah.
How long I should go back about my history, or like I just don't know what. I was always like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's okay if you can ask them to clarify, for sure. I usually just start with university level experience.
Oh, so it's not like a Justin, like, oh, how I work, what I can do for them.
No, well, I mean, at least for me, it's always just when they say, so tell me about yourself, then it's just a general background, factual things about.
You confused me again then.
Because if they're asking you about things like what makes you a fast learner, blah blah blah, all that stuff, then they would ask you specifically. They would ask you specifically something like, "So, Yuka, what qualities do you think you have that make you a good fit for this job?" and then you would talk about things. You're a fast learner.
But I think like when they ask me, could you introduce yourself or talk about yourself? It's like, I think that I get like 3 minutes or less than 3 minutes. I get time.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty safe. You talk for 3 to 5 minutes about yourself. And I'm pretty sure if they kind of had enough, or maybe you're going off tangent, then they would stop you and say, oh, thank you. Well, let's talk about something else. Something like that.
Okay.
So I'm actually glad you brought up the interview process, which is another topic I actually want to talk about. So something I noticed while I was in Japan is that people have a different style of approaching interviews. So what I mean...
Interview?
Yeah, going for interviews. So for instance, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but in Japan, you have to handwrite your interview application, right? Is that right?
Like when you're looking for a job?
Yeah, like when you're looking for a job, you have to make a handwritten application.
Yeah. I want to talk about that.
Yeah, so that's one thing. And the second thing is it seems like every Japanese family has like a stamp for their last name. So these two things, can you talk about these two?
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's funny because, before we start recording, we always make a list of what we want to talk about. And we always break the rule, just like now. So this is not on the list, but it's okay. Anyway, so yeah, I always wanted to talk about the job hunting because it's so different, right? And I think it's going to be so long. Anyway, so about the question, the handwriting, resume in Japan we call 履歴書. And that's so annoying. I don't know, like, not all the I think it's all the company. We have a web application, right? So like when I was university, I third of the year, and then we start job hunting. So we have to fill the application online. But eventually when I visit let's say if we pass the first, we kind of send a resume, but it's not like handwriting resume. So we also have like handwriting resume, right? So we pass like a first or second step and we go to company for the interview. We always have to carry the resume. Also like for the part-time job, we always do the handwriting resume. That's so annoying because all my like education history, we usually write from, I think which junior high school we graduate. So, or maybe high school. If some person has like a lots of like work experience, right? It's depending on the age. But usually I write a junior high school, university, what's my major, right? And of course our address. And then the annoying thing, we always need to put our picture. So that the picture, it's like, how do you call those pictures?
Self-portrait? I don't know.
It's like, if you want to get in here, you can just like take selfie and then like print it out. Right?
Oh, you have to take like an official... so what I'm thinking is, at least for Canadians, we have to take... Imagine your passport.
Yeah, that's like that.
You have to take a formal like passport photo.
So we have like a vending machine. It's like a phone box, but like near the station, we can just like get in, then put the coin that they take a picture and it's like make either kind of seal, sticky seal, or just like regular picture, but we have to use the glue to put it. But it's same as for the passport, we can choose the size. Passport usually the bigger, and for the resume, we have a certain size we have to follow. But that's like, let's say, 700 yen to 900 yen. So it's like...
$7 to $9.
Yeah. So that's annoying, right? Because one picture we can get like one shot, like $7 we can get like 6 pictures or something. So more and more you apply, you have to pay for it. And so those like special paper you have to pay for it. Like you go convenience store, 7-Eleven, they sell, like all the convenience stores sell it. So they have like 10 special format and you have to pay $1. But that's annoying too. And because those are like, how how to call those paper that we only should use the pen. So once I often do it, like I make a mistake, right? Like character or this, and I can't erase it. So I have to get a new paper and I write it down. It's like a formal document, right? Plus, like, it's not illegal or anything. You, like, cross the line and then initial it, but it never looks good,
It
right?
looks less professional.
Yeah. So I always get the paper. So, what was your question? Is that okay? Like,
well, I guess the original question...
the first question is, like, why we write it down?
Yeah, like, why is it in Japan that you have to handwrite your job application?
I don't know why. But one thing for sure, they want to know our handwriting skill. Because you know how, not always, but in general, the people who has better handwriting skill is telling, like, it's more like show their personality. If you have like a beautiful, nice handwriting, which means you're like neat and organized and has like good education or whatever. So, of course, right, like you prefer the people who has better writing. Let's say you work together and you could understand what they're writing about, or you have to write a letter to the customer, and even you're such a nice worker and do the good job, but you know, it's like to be a professional to customers and a letter and stuff. If your writing is really bad, then it's not really. Or if you have a choice, people tend to choose like the people has better writing.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because
you have a really bad writing.
Oh well, yeah, my writing is terrible. But it's a common stereotype saying how doctors have the worst handwriting.
Yeah, that's like something I hear in a class. Like we talk about why is that?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea.
They're smart.
Maybe the smarter you are, the worse handwriting you have. But it's just funny.
Mm.
But so here, at least in Canada, I think it's illegal to actually ask someone for their photo when they apply for a job, because you're not supposed to discriminate someone based on their looks if they're applying for jobs. So I find it funny how in Japan you have to have your photo.
We have to mention about our age too.
Oh, you can't even. Yeah, you can't even ask someone their age, at least on their application for here in Canada. That's also another discrimination thing. Yeah. Do you know why you have to submit a photo in Japan?
Because we're judging people from appearance, obviously. It's our culture. I heard that in Korea they even, I don't know now, but a few years ago I have a Korean friend and they were talking about they need to put their weight, height.
Their weight? Oh, height.
Because like how like Korean people, like the company, they want all the, let's say like a receptionist, let's say, or secretary, it's like same height, same looks. It's like, you know, skinny and nice looking, right? So they need a picture and like weight, I think. Words are changing though, but I don't know. In Japan still, I think you need to put the picture in. No weight.
Yeah, so I can imagine for some jobs, like if you're applying to be a model, or like some front-facing thing, I can understand that you would need a photo. But you know, if you're applying to be a programmer, like why would they need to know what you look like? Right? It doesn't make any sense to me. But you're right. If it's part of the culture that they do need to have the picture, then.
But like, you know, like even yes, like when you submit the resume, then you can't judge, right? If your company's hiring manager, but when you see, you would know. Yeah.
I think it's just to get past that first screening, at least here. But you're right. Eventually, when you meet the person, you'll find out. Oh, then what's up with the stamp? Why is there a family stamp?
Family stamp is not only for the resume, but I think it's way more. The family stamp is for the bank account. Like any like public official paper. So like marriage divorce, those like the official paper for the government on insurance or bank. Yeah, anything. It's like family stamp. But once, as we get older, we have my parents' stamp, my stamp. It's all same family name, but it's all the design is slightly different, right? And I use the stamp for, let's say, bank, right? And they scan it. So whenever I want to withdraw like huge amount of money, or I just I want to cancel account or whatever, they ask for the same stamp. So I have to keep it. I shouldn't lose it. It's like, for me, I don't know, because the stamp, technically you can't copy, right? Unless like, maybe you can, you have such a good skill. But for me, it's like the same as a sign here. Like after credit card, you put the sign, right? So,
would you say the stamp is kind of equivalent here to like a signature?
Yeah.
So in Japan, you would have to write your signature on something plus put your family stamp, or just your family stamp.
We don't really have like crazy signature that no one can read it. Mm-hmm. More like we have our name. Mm-hmm. So signature and your like name is different, or sign.
What do you mean?
Like, let's say in my case it's Yuka and family name is, right? So family name we had to write blah blah, right? But that's like I write that everyone can read in my stamp, right? But here, let's say your name is Jeff blah blah. But if it's a signature, you don't like. You don't need to make sure that everybody can read. Yeah. So like let's say passport, mm-hmm. you need your like full name, capital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the reason why you have to use a capital is like make sure that everybody can like
read it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the sign is the different purpose, right? It's like it's more like only you can write the sign, but other people cannot copy.
Yeah. I guess in Japan there is no signature, really, then, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. You just write your name as normal, you do the Japanese characters, and then you put a stamp. Mm. Okay. So would you say it's equivalent to like a signature-ish
I think so.
Okay, because here we don't have a stamp. The way that we kind of confirm it's us and I'm truly the person who's signing this important document is to have a signature. Because the idea is no one can copy it.
But it can copy, right?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can copy my signature if they just do it slowly.
Sometimes I feel like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's almost like an honor thing at this point. That I hope no one copies this. Yeah. Because, like, I guess with your stamp, you know, if someone really wanted to, they can steal your stamp and copy it. But the idea is that it takes a lot more effort to take your stamp.
Yeah, that's why like a stamp is kind of like really important for the family. So like always has to be in a like, we shouldn't lose it, right? Mm-hmm. Same drawer with key or something. We never done it, but like, let's say if in your house there's like some robber, thief, comes, right? And all the things messed up. You want to make sure your bank. 通帳 for the bank.
Bank account? Oh, checks?
Bank account. Because we always use like the internet and we don't have any more. Like in Japan, if I want to withdraw money, I have a 通帳. It's a small notebook.
Okay.
It's just mention all the transition.
Okay. Yeah, we don't do that anymore. But yeah, it's like some book that keeps track of all your bank transactions.
So in that book, we have our stamp.
Okay.
And we should keep our stamp with that 通帳, right? So if the robber still those students, they can just withdraw because they have a stamp, they have a tsucho.
Okay. That's good.
And that's the two, right? Stamp and
handwritten.
I have so many things I want to talk about
like the interview process and how it's different?
Yeah, or like connection, or how we even do that part-time job hunting. Because in Japan, I don't think I ever done like just visit a regular coffee shop or wherever restaurant and, hey, I want to work here. This is my resume. We don't do it. It's more like apply online and go for interview. But here it's like, you just like knock the door, right?
Yeah, here I guess theoretically you could just go to a coffee shop and say, here's my resume. Please consider me.
Here, right?
Yeah. That's still, I feel like that's a classic style before the internet style. That's what you would do. But you can still do it. I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the modern thing to do these days is just to apply everything online, right? Because like for a coffee shop, there probably is like a submission thing online, unless it's a tiny, tiny coffee shop and they don't have a website. And then they have like just like a we're hiring sign on the front of their restaurant or cafe.
Yeah. The thing is, like, when I start doing job hunting here, first time, I don't know really about the culture here, but like I'm sending resume a lot and I don't get any response. Or some restaurant I don't even know like that restaurant is hiring people or not. Oh, yeah, that's the same as Japan. And in front of the restaurant we're hiring stuff, right? And I know we have to go in person because all my friends or teachers say like, let's try. Because it's always, for the company it's easier, right? Like checking resume and, oh, what kind of person? Should I try this person for interview or not, right? It's more like if you go and they see if there's a manager, have a time, you get the chance for the interview.
Yeah.
So that's here, but I never done it in Japan. I never seen anyone doing that kind of things in Japan. Also, even though only for the part-time job, right now I'm like doing job hunting in the future, and the industry I want to go is really difficult to get in job, especially for like international, I think. And all my friends are saying like they send 100 resume and they don't even get any chance for the interview. So I met friend's friend, and he said like he actually took 1 year to get a job in the company. And I was like, so how did you do it? And he was like, for 1 year almost, he was like sending resume through the online, and he never get because like, you know, it's scary to visit the company, because if you visit the company, I mean, through the online, you kind of know the company's information. But let's say you drop off, because of aviation, right? There's like let's say I go Fitzmeadow and there's like 20 different company, and you just start dropping off the resume. But I also have like, because I just came here, I don't know anything about the company. Oh, this is a company I should try. But it's like, I don't prepare myself for that, right? So that's it's kind of like, I need a lot of courage to do that. Anyway, so he was saying that after 1 year, he realized like he's not going to get the job. So he started visiting, like, knocking all the company. And understand all the timing, like, oh, manager's just coming up back from the lunch. He can maybe give you the interview opportunity. And the manager said, oh, like, we actually need people. You seem like a nice guy. You want to try? So it's just how it works is like so different in Japan. If it's in Japan, like, we're like, oh no, like, we probably like, we will very confused if someone do that, come for the interview. It's like, oh, let me ask manager, and the manager's gonna be, we have no time for that. Like, do you apply for the online? Do you please like have a certain step, follow the procedure or whatever. So it's so different.
Okay. So here in or North America or Canada, it's kind of normal for people to just drop off their resume, kind of go to an actual place and drop off their resume. But in Japan, that's weird.
Yeah.
Not common.
Like, even like I'm working at the coffee shop and someone drop a resume, I know how to deal with it, right? Okay, like, I'm going to give it to manager and tell me your availability, so I have to make now note about, like, I know how to do it, but not in Japan.
Okay.
I didn't know. I did it in Japan one time. Because I already done it here, right? When I went back to Japan, there's like one coffee shop I really want to work. And I went there as a customer. And I was like, after I finished drinking coffee, hey, I want to work here. Of course, they so surprised, right? But who cares?
Did you get the job there?
Yeah.
There you go. So you made an impression. So sometimes it's good to not do the norm.
Well, that was a non-big company. That was like family company. That's how it works. If it's a big company, then I have to follow the procedure.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this clip of the podcast. To hear the full version or extra podcast, please consider joining Patreon too. Yeah, that's all for today. Bye bye.